Yeah. Hi, good morning, all of you guys. This is Vamsi here. I was a faculty for the data science technologies, working as a freelancing consultant for various training institutes, guys. Just before starting the session, can anyone please confirm, guys, is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, guys. Fine. Thank you, guys. So, guys, actually, this is going to be a free workshop, actually, guys. So the main agenda of this particular workshop is to get some idea about what is our data science course contains. So whether you learn from Durga Soft or whether you learn from some X technologies or whether you learn from X Infotech does not matter. So it is going to be the idea. So the main agenda of this workshop. So to give some awareness about, so workshop the main agenda is going to be nothing but, guys, I just want to give some kind of an awareness about what is a data science course contains. They are talking about because so many people are having a lot of confusion. So it is going to be like a full stack data science course. It is a full stack data science actually, guys. So as a full stack data science course, so what exactly we can expect? Because whenever I say that, some people says that it is AI, deep learning, ML, NLP. There are so many areas are there. There are so many subtopics are there actually, guys. So many people are having a doubt saying that, sir, what is AI? What is data science? What is deep learning? What is machine learning? What is NLP? We are having a lot of things actually. So to get some idea about what exactly a data science contains. So what language? So many people think that, sir, what language we have to learn? So whether to learn Python or whether to learn R or something like that, we are going to call about this. So Python and R, what we are going to call it as. So which language it is going to be? So are you going to learn any programming language first of all? Are you learning any programming language? Is it is a Python class? No, guys. So to get some idea about what exactly we are going to do, what exactly we are going to do in the data science, to get some a little bit idea about that, we are going to be discussing about, we are just conducting a free workshop to get some awareness about the data science. I'm not going to run any presentations actually, guys. So I don't like to run any presentations basically. So everything is going to be handwritten notes. It is going to be handwritten notes. And just before starting the session, last week we have been started. I just want to give some idea about what are the different the course schedules we are going to be conducting actually. So right now I am working as a freelancing trainer for Durga Soft Technologies. It is going to be the Durga Soft Technologies actually, which is going to be one of the, you can say that a pioneer in a training related to Java. So basically the Java faculty, they started initially from Java. It is going to be one of a very popular training institute in Hyderabad related to Java technologies. And they add up so many other technologies also by different faculties. So by Durga sir, the name of the person who handles these courses is a Durga sir. He's a very topmost faculty for Java technologies, and his brother NagoorBabu. So he also handles a lot of batches on the Java related technologies. Apart from that, the other training who are going to be some contributions. So we are the other trainers which are we are giving some supporting to that particular Durga Soft from with a different technologies also. Like I was a freelancing trainer. I also works for various training consultants. So coming to this Durga Soft, the Durga Soft. So this is 6 p.m. We have started a new batch actually, guys. A new batch has been started at 6 p.m. So just last week, that means on the last Monday, I think it was 9th of the May, we have started. We have just started a little bit introductory part actually, guys. We didn't started with any main topics also. Just like what is data science, what is machine learning, what are the different techniques we learn as part of our course curriculum. So what type of technologies we are going to use. So something like how is our training course curriculum will be there, what topics we are going to discuss. And just we started with some basic awareness about what is data science, what is machine learning, etc., etc. So if you are interested to take up the class or take up this particular course, you can join from tomorrow onwards at 6 p.m. as a demo sessions. You can join. Today is a workshop actually, guys. Here I'm not going to talk about any technical aspects. Just what is going to be data science, what exactly it is going to do, what kind of an applications we do in real applications. Those are the things what we are going to be discussing as part of this course curriculum. So as part of this workshop actually, guys. So to get some technical aspects, you have to join the regular classes, which is from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. is going to be our regular class timings actually, guys. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. is going to be our regular class timings what we are going to be having. So that is what is our schedule. So from tomorrow onwards, if you want to take up the course, you can join a demo classes at the tomorrow, 3 or 4 demo classes you can join. After that, if you are satisfied with the course curriculum, my lecture and all these things, then you can pay the money and you can pay the fees and you can start your regular course curriculum, guys. Okay, so that is going to be our schedule actually, guys. And if whatever the classes you have been missed, hardly it is 5 classes actually, guys. Maybe hardly it is a 5 hours class every day, 1 hour maximum. Introduction classes, no, 1 hour I have taken. You will be getting the recorded sessions also. You will also get the recorded sessions. Whatever the classes I have been discussed in the last 5 classes, the recorded sessions will be coming. You can go through that particular classes. And from tomorrow onwards, we can join our regular classes only. Okay, that is going to be, that has been our schedule according to the week what has been, we have been started actually, guys. Okay, so why we are calling it as a full stack data science course actually, guys. Previously, that means 2 years, 3 years before, almost all I remembered somewhere around 3 years before actually, guys. We used to call it as data science course. We used to call it as a data science course. We simply used to call it as data science. After that, we named, actually inside the data science, they used to teach you a concept called as an machine learning. It used to be machine learning somewhere around 2-3 years back actually, guys. Even the industry requirement is also only for machine learning. But latest, that means in the recent years, so we have been so many success stories of deep learning. So many new algorithms has been came in the deep learning. That's why. So now the industry requirement is not only with with machine learning, even we have a machine learning, deep learning, and one of the current latest the success stories of this particular data science is NLP. So even the companies are looking for a lot of NLP engineers actually, guys. There is one advantage actually, guys. After learning a full stack data science course, you will be having a multiple options are there. That means we have a multiple opportunities are going to be there actually. We are having a multiple opportunities. It's not that you have to go only as a data scientist. You can go as a machine learning expert or a machine learning engineer, DL engineer, AI engineer, NLP engineer, or a data analyst, data visualization expert. Multiple skills actually, guys. A full stack data science is going to be nothing but where we are going to learn a lot of skills actually, guys. A collection of skills actually. It's not only a single skill. It is going to be a collection of skills actually, guys. A lot of skills we are going to learn. A lot of skills actually, I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about a lot of softwares we are going to learn. A lot of skills we are going to learn it actually, guys. A collection of some skills. A collection. So what skills you are going to require actually, guys? Mainly to handle the data actually. So for data handling, whatever the skills that are going to be required actually, guys. Mainly the skills are mainly required for data handling, not for some other techniques or not for some other process actually. Completely for data handling. So if I given the data to you, what are the operations you can do with the data? All that particular requirements and all that particular skills, here we are going to discuss with you. We are going to learn about them, guys. If I given some data to you, what you can do with the data? If I given some data actually, guys, I given some data. Maybe some data have been given to us, given to you. So what you can do, you can start understanding the data. You are start understanding the data actually, guys. You will start understanding the data actually. Some kind of an analytics, like for example, let us say some kind of a cricket matches, like for India versus some other country. So who is going to be some list of cricket matches actually, guys. So who is going to be the opponent team? Who is going to be the opponent team? Who is the Indian captain? Who is going to be the opposite team captain actually? So who is the captain? On what date has been happened? Something like, so how many batsmen, how many bowlers, how many all-rounders? Okay, whether he has won the toss or whether he has lost the toss. So who has been batted first? Who has been bowled? Who has been fielded first or who has been batted first? Something like that. So something like that, we collect the informations. After that, we do a lot of analytics on this. we'll start understanding the data. So we can come to a conclusion on which days the Dhoni has been, as a captain, he has been won the matches. On which days, let us say Kohli has won the toss. So on which days the Kohli has won the toss, and on which days he has been successfully won the matches, or which days he has been lost the match, and which is going to be. So before starting the cricket match also, guys, some analytics will come. 40% chances that the team A will win, 40% chance, 60% chances that the team B is going to be filled. How it is going to be predicted actually, guys? Depending on the past data. So even we are having a lot of examples actually, guys. So who is going to win the match? Who is going to win the match today? So depending on some kind of features like who is a captain, whether the captain is a bowler or whether the captain is all-rounder or whether captain is a batsman. So how many batsmen are there? How many is going to be there? So how many players who are having experience more than 100 matches, who are having more than 50 matches, or who are having less than 50 matches? So depending on the players, depending on the experience of the players, who is going to be having the highest batting run rate or the bowling run rate. So depending on that, we can decide them whether today which team is going to win, which team does not win actually. So 40% chances that the team is going to win because they have won the toss. How can I say that? From the past data. So whenever this team has been won the toss, so 60% of the cases they have been win. They played 100 games. Out of them, 60 games they have been won. 40 games they have been lost actually. So depending on that, some basic understanding. So 60%, if we win the toss, 60% chances that he will win. 40% chances that he is going to, let us say that he is going to lose the match. So whatever the skills that are required. So to do this analytics, whatever that particular skills that are going to be required, all those particular skills we are going to learn as part of our full stack data science course. Simple understanding actually, guys. Simple understanding. So once the data was given to you, in what ways you can handle data means, don't think that like normally like a database management will insert the data, update the data, delete the data. We don't do any manipulation, guys. We are not doing any data manipulations. We are not going to do any data manipulations. To understand this data, to understand this particular data, whatever the skills that we are requiring, all that particular skills we are going to learn as part of our data science course. So what are the different skills we require? Starting from how to collect the data. So for example, somebody has given a data to you. So the data is going to be available in a CSV file. First of all, how to read the data. How to read the data actually, guys. So that is what we call it as a data collection. So it is going to be a data scientist job. The person who was working on a data science, it's not that directly is going to work with a programming language, or he is going to be using only one kind of a tool. There are some skills he is going to learn actually, guys. Techniques. They are not technologies. They are the techniques. So how do you do the data collections? So how do you collect your data? So a collection, a skill called as a data collection actually, guys. So if you just become an expert in that, you can collect the data from various systems. So nowadays, your systems, your data systems are not like one or two systems only, guys. Nowadays, there are hundreds of different storages. The data is not coming only in a single storage, or it is not coming only in a single format. We are going to be getting the data in multiple formats actually. Multiple options we are going to be getting the data actually. CSV file, Excel sheets, JSON files, XML files. So many formats actually, guys. Nowadays, most popularly used JSON format, CSV, or it may be Excel sheets, or it may be a database systems. Not only that, guys, so many different types of, it's a database systems, or we can get some kind of a cloud services, a different types of cloud services, a different type of cloud storages are there. So many middleware softwares are there. So many statistical analysis tools are there. So many options are there actually, guys. So as an expert here, you should know how to handle all types of data sets actually. However the data comes. For example, if I say, I know only the data coming only in CSV format, so I can use only the data only that comes in a CSV format. That is not the correct skill actually, guys. However you tell me the data, however you give me the data, or however your data exists, I was in a position to extract that particular data. So I can collect the data actually. Different formats are there actually, guys. Just for a timing, just I'll show you what are the different formats nowadays we are going to be having the data actually, guys. So don't worry, I'm going to use a tool called as a Power BI tool. Why I'm using a Power BI tool? Because using Power BI can clearly make you understand how many different type of systems nowadays the data is coming. How many different ways? Maximum if I ask you 4 or 5 formats, not more than that. But in your real applications, the data is going to come in various formats actually. Even some data is coming from web pages also. Some web pages, HTML files, we have to extract the data. CSV files, JSON files, XML files, Parquet files. So many things are going to be there actually, guys. So don't worry, just to indicate, that means just I'll show you. I'm not working with any Power BI. I'm just opening the Power BI so that you can see, because in Power BI, I can show you clearly what are the different types of data sets that are going to be possible here now. For that, just I'm opening the Power BI. Don't worry. Just a minute once. Yeah, it's taking some time, guys. Just because internally, so many applications will be running internally. That's the reason it takes some time actually. Yeah, guys. So don't worry. What I'm doing here, don't worry about this, guys. Just if you can observe carefully, guys. I want to get the data. I just clicked on, I want to get the data actually, guys. Just have a look at this. How many options it is giving actually, guys, so that you'll come to know about that. What are the different options and what are the different ways where we can get the data actually, guys. Just a minute. It is going to be getting the data. It will show you all the options from various formats from where you can get the data actually. Look at this option, guys. See, guys, how many types of systems we are having actually, guys. It's not like just 1 or 2 type of systems actually, guys. So many different types of systems. For example, file based. That means whenever we can get the data from file based, Excel sheets, text or CSV files, XML files, JSON files, or it is directly from a folder, even from a PDF file, guys. Or it can be some kind of an Parquet files are there, or any SharePoint folders are there. Databases, guys. See how many databases are there actually, guys. Even the databases are also so many databases. Normally, we have an idea about a popular databases like SQL Server database or SQL Server Access database is there, Oracle database is there, IBM DB2 database is there, or it may be IBM Informix, IBM NetZa, MySQL database, PostgreSQL, Sybase, Teradata, SAP HANA. You can see, guys, so many are going to be there actually, guys. See, Impala, Cloudera Impala actually, guys. Or it may be from Amazon Redshift actually. Or Google BigQuery, it is going to be some kind of a database from the Google. Snowflakes, nowadays a popular one, which is going to be Snowflake, which is going to be Sbase. It is going to be Hyperion Sbase actually, guys. Actually, the company called as an Hyperion, they developed this database called as an Sbase. Some of the databases you may be never heard about this one, guys. Some of the databases we have been never heard about that also. So even it's going to be MariaDB, something like that. We have a lot of databases are there. And there are going to be some kind of an Power BI platforms actually, guys. Power BI platforms are there. Even Azure services are there. See, guys, in Azure also, how many services are there actually, guys? Azure, which is going to be a Cosmos DB actually, a Cosmos DB, or it is going to be the Azure, which is going to be blob storages are there. Azure SQL database is there. Azure data lakes are there. Azure HD Insight Spark is going to be there. So many actually, guys. Azure Databricks are there. Azure time series analysis, a time series insights, what we can see them. And even some kind of an online services actually, guys. See how many are there actually, guys. So many online services are there actually, guys. It is going to be Microsoft Dynamics. These are all what we call it as Microsoft Dynamics actually, guys. Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics. These are all the different types of storage. For example, if you want to get from GitHub, You can get it from the GitHub actually, guys. So many are going to be there actually, guys. See how many systems are there, online services. These are all comes under the online services. Some of them we never heard about that. So there is an fact set analysis. There is a company called as an fact set. So that particular company's fact set analysis, mainly they are for an analytics part actually, guys. And there are going to be others. Can you see, guys, how many are there? By using some R script, by using some Python script, or by using a Spark, or by using an HDFS file, Hadoop files actually, or an ODBC, or it may be OilyDB. These are all the different types of. So many other options are also going to be there. TIBCO. TIBCO is going to be nothing but a middleware actually, guys. It's a middleware software actually. So like this, you are having a different options to extract the data. So what option from where you want to extract the data, you can specify them. I can write some kind of a Python script. Using a Python script, I can extract the data. I can write a Python code actually, guys. I can write a Python code and I can do it actually. Just an example I'm showing. I'm writing a Python code actually, guys. Just an example I'm going to be writing. Just this is a way I'm going to write the data actually. pd.read csv, C drive. I'm writing a Python script actually. User cars.csv file. That's it. I'm going to put this data into a variable called as n, which is going to be cars data set actually. Something like this actually, guys. I can read the data actually. Don't worry. What I'm going to be doing, don't worry about them. So by writing a Python script, I have been established. So can you see, please wait while establishing a connection with the Python. Something like that. Some error has been came actually, guys. Some error has been came. End of the line while scanning this particular one. Where we have written any error. Yeah, it is going to be double quotes and single quotes actually. There is a small error. Syntactically, I have done some error actually, guys. It's a syntactically error I have been got done actually. So something, okay, don't worry. It may be some kind of a problem with that particular application. Okay, don't worry. It's a version, it's a Python version and all these things. It is going to be saying that there is a problem with that particular version of the particular one. So don't worry. Just it is going to be a kind of an application. Otherwise, you can write an R script. We can write it actually. So leave it. Does not matter with that. There is one error in that particular services. We are having it actually. We have to update them. So I'm just telling that these are the different ways how we can import the data actually. Okay, I'm not saving this actually, guys. That is going to be the basic skill actually. So what I'm trying to say here is, so when you're working with this particular machine learning or a data science, it's nothing but a collection of skills actually, guys. Whether you work with a machine learning, deep learning, or AI or anything NLP, whatever you work, everything is going to be all about working with this particular data only. How to handle the data whenever I given a data to us. So what are the different skills that are required to handle the data actually, guys. Just a minute once. Yeah. Okay. So actually this is a little bit hanging up actually. It's too many files has been opened. Okay, that's the reason it has been. There are too many files has been opened actually. That is the reason why it is hanging up actually. I have to close them. Yeah, done, guys. So these are going to be a different skills of them. So it is going to be data collections. So first collect your data actually. After that, what we are trying to do actually here, guys, we are trying to understand the data by using some data analytics. By using some data analytics, we have to understand the data actually, guys. So there are some different type of statistical analysis. There are some different types of statistical values which will help you to make you understand the data actually, guys. They'll help you, they'll guide you to identify what are the issues with the data or how the data was there, what kind of a distribution of data is going to be there. All these are going to be some of the recommendations or some of the statistical analysis what we are going to do with our data sets actually. So there we are going to add a little bit flavor of statistics. Like normally we know that minimum, maximum, mean, medians, we generally have an idea about that. So there are some other statistical observations which will help you to find out, which is going to help you to find out how good that particular data is there actually. So how good that particular data is going to be there. Some data analytics will learn. And one of the important skill actually, guys, data visualizations actually. how to visualize your data. Data visualization or data visualize. You know what is meaning of data visualization? Putting all the data into a visual context is going to be nothing but what I can call it as a data visualizations. We'll put all the data in a visual context actually, guys. Normally, when you see the data, we cannot understand it. So what is going to be nothing but a run rate of a particular player? What is going to be the run rate actually, guys? If you see the data, normally, for example, his run rate is going to be 86.87, 34.27, something is there actually, guys. Or in each and every month, what is going to be the average? So how the run rate was there? If you normally see the data, you cannot understand it. But for example, if I see the data like this, from January to March, how the data was there, how the run rate was there. If I put it in a visual context, we can understand them actually, guys. So it has been increased, further increase, but decrease, again increase, decrease, again increase, decrease, again increase, decrease, again increase, something like that. You can identify. After that, it has been made constant actually, somewhere here. So if you put the data in a visual context, it is very easy to understand the data actually. These are all the some of the skills actually, guys. Sir, for data visualization, will you use any tool? No, we are not going to use any tool actually, guys. So everything is going to be done by using a language called as a Python, or everything we are going to use it with a language called as an R. Python or R. These are the two languages which we are going to use them, guys. Python or R, these are the two languages which are basically used to apply all these skills. Data collection, I can do it in Python or R. Data analytics, we can do it by using Python or R. Data visualization, we do it by using Python or R. You can do the data visualization, guys. You can do, absolutely, we can do the data visualizations. Let's a small example. Just if you want, I'll just show you one skill actually, guys. It's very simple. Data visualization means don't think that we are going to do a complicated work actually, guys. Don't worry about that. Just a small skill. I just want to show you some skill actually. So that means don't expect that we are going to write a lot of code actually, guys. Let us say this, guys. Months equals to. Just say, guys, months equals to. Let us say that. I'm not writing that many months data actually, guys. I can write it, but it becomes too heavy for me, no? So February, March, let us say that April, let us say APR, and it is a May and it is a June actually, guys. Let us say that it is a June actually. Just this is our month's data actually, guys. How much is the sales it has been done, guys? Sales. In the month of January, let us say that it is 24.5. Let us say 24.5 lakhs of data actually. That much sales we have been done. February, it has been 32.56. 32.56. In the month of March, it is going to be dropped to, which is going to be 15.6. In April, again further dropped to 13.2 or 12.3. In May, again, it has been increased to 20.6. In June, it has been went up to, which is going to be 25 point, which is going to be 4.3 or something like this. This is our data actually, guys. Each and every month, how many, what is the sales in lakhs? Let us say 24.5 lakhs, 32.56 lakhs, 15.6, 13, 12.3, 20.6, 25.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you see the data, normally it's a small data, we can understand it. In the month of February, the sales has been increased compared with the Jan. In March, suddenly it was dropped. In April, further it was dropped. But again, May, it was increased. And again, June, it was further increased. That is what we have been calculated. But I want to see it visually. So for that, we have some different libraries are there. See guys, 1-2 lines of code. It is just 1 or 2 lines of code. Some libraries will be there actually, guys. Like whenever we will learn the Java, when you learn the C language, include stdio.h, include which is going to be mat.h. How do you do that? Even in Java also, import which is going to be java.lang.star, something like that. Same here also, we import some libraries. Import which is going to be matplotlib dot which is going to be pyplot as a PLT. It's a matplot. It's a mat. Just give me a minute once. Right, guys. It's a matplotlib actually, guys. It's a matplotlib. We are having in a library called as a matplotlib. From that, we are going to be importing as a PLT actually. It's a PLT. It's nothing but PLT actually. See guys, how simple it is going to be. PLT dot, which is going to be plot. Simply what is going to be the months, comma, what is going to be nothing but it's a sales. That's it guys, over. Over actually guys, PLT dot show. I want to show the figure. This is how the visualization is going to be done actually guys. Just a 2 lines of code. So it is going to gives a clear indication actually guys. So highest sales is done in the month of February. The least sales is being done in the April actually guys. Compare with the March to April, sales was highly decreased. Compare with February to March, the very high decrease in the sales actually guys. Again from May, again started increasing actually guys. See guys, how simple this particular plot is going to be there. How simple this particular plot is going to be there actually guys. It's a data visualization. I'm not using any tool like a Power BI or a Cognos or some other tools. I'm not going to be using actually guys. Simply by using Python code only, I have been got done. You can make a lot of customizations actually. A lot of customizations what we can do. Don't worry, just wherever the points are going to be there, I'm going to show you some cross. It is going to be the points, plt.show. Show the plot actually guys. You can see here guys, wherever the data points are coming, there are going to be plotted with an X, which is going to be have been plotted there. Here there are some data points are there. Here the data point is there. Here data point, here the data point. How it was there also we can increase them guys. So this is one of the skill which we have to learn for understanding the data actually guys. It is going to be nothing but there is some problem. There's a trouble with them guys. Okay, for the timing, I'll use one thing. I have another tool with me, which is going to be a Microsoft whiteboard. I'll use as that one guys. Just give me a minute. I'm using another software, which is a Microsoft whiteboard. I'll use as this one guys. This is good. All right, guys. Right, guys. This one. So once again, I'll write it actually, guys. The first one is going to be nothing but we have to do something what we are going to call it as a data collection actually, guys. Second thing is going to be nothing but I'm going to doing some kind of an the second one is going to be nothing but it is going to be a data analytics, understanding the data actually, guys. And thirdly, it is going to be nothing but it's a data visualization actually, guys. It's a data visualization actually. Like that, we are going to be learning a different kinds of skills. Finally, sir, what we are going to do finally actually, guys? Finally, what we are trying to do it actually, guys. So normally when the data is going to be having a small number of dimensions and small quantity of data, we can understand the data by yourself. But whenever the data nowadays, it is going to be very higher dimensions of data. So if we have just a 2 columns or 3 columns of data, I can do it manually. But if tomorrow, if I have a 200 columns of data actually, guys, so there is some 200 different types of information is there. So we can't understand the data. So there, machines are going to come into the existence, guys. Machines are going to come into the existence. That means what the machines are saying is, instead of you analyze the data, instead of you understand the data, give the data to us. Give the data to us. What we are going to do is we will study the data and we are going to tell you how is the data. So what is information we are having in the data actually, guys. So what the machines are saying here is we will understand the data and we are going to tell you what is there in the data. That is nothing but what we call it as insights. Now, based on that insights, what we can do, you can do some kind of a prediction actually, guys. You can do some kind of a prediction. So we can do some kind of a prediction. Just now I told you now, which is going to be nothing but what the machine says is, tell me the past, whatever the cricket matches data is there. So tell me all the complete information about the matches. So who is the captain, who is the opposite team, how many bowlers are there, how many batsmen are there, who is a wicket keeper, in opposite side, how many cricket things are there, how many experienced people are there, how many people who has been having an experience of more than 100 matches, who won the toss, something like that, who won the toss. Even the weather condition also is important, guys. In weather conditions, for example, depending on the weather condition, some bowlers it's going to take the advantage of that particular one, and the spinners or some kind of a seamers, they are going to take some advantages of the weather conditions actually. So it will study all that past, the whatever the matches data is there. Based on that, who is going to win the today match. So depending on the today's data, that means based on the today's whatever the data is there. So how many bowlers, how many batsmen, how many all-rounders, what is the weather conditions. By understanding the past matches data and analyzing the data, who is going to win the match today? That prediction, what I told you actually, guys, the prediction is going to be nothing but done by the machine actually. So 60% team A will win, 40% the team B will win. So I'm going to give the vote for the team A. Like that, we are going to be doing actually, guys. It's a predictive analysis actually. Mainly, we are trying to understand the past data. Based on that, it is going to be predicting the future actually, guys. Like for example, what are the last 10 days? What are the weather conditions? The last 10 days, what is going to be the weather conditions actually, guys? What is going to be the weather conditions? Yeah, guys. Hope all of you can hear me, guys. Please, can anyone please confirm, guys? Is I'm audible? Anyone, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are
Yeah.
audible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hey, guys. Sorry for the disconnection. Actually, my system has been got hang up suddenly, so I just logged in from other system. Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Right, guys. Right, guys. Let's continue, guys. So actually changed the system, guys, but the account is the same, no? So I can just synchronize them. Whatever I have tried written there, it will automatically come here actually, guys. Okay. So what is our discussion here is, guys? So the machines are going to take care about them. So machines are going to take care about them in understanding the data actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as the machines will understand the data actually, guys. You need not to worry about the data. That means whatever the data is there, give the data to the machines. Machines are going to study the data and they will give you the insights actually, guys. Machines are going to understand the data and they are going to give you the insights actually. Based on that, we can do some kind of a predictions. Like for example, so last 10 days, what are going to be the weather conditions? In which weather conditions, let us say that in how many days we have been played and how many days we are unable to play the cricket. Let us say talk about the weather conditions. So last, let us say that how the humidity was there. Okay, how the wind is there. It is going to be humidity. So it is going to be how the wind speed is going to be there. What is the temperature? On that day, whether it is going to be, whether outlook is going to be like a sunny or whether it is going to be like a rainy. So on which days we have been played and which days we have been not played. So let us say that we have been having the data. So humidity is going to be high. The wind is going to be let us say that wind is there. Temperature is going to be hot. Also, it is going to be hot. The outlook is equals nothing but it is going to be nothing but like a sunny. So on which day we have been played. So play equals to S. So give this data to the machine, guys. Machine is going to study the data. On which days the play was there, on which weather conditions the play was not there. Based on that, we can do the prediction. So today the weather conditions are there. So whether to play or whether not to play, the machines will decide actually, guys. The machines will decide actually, guys. So even that is what we are going to call it as the AI systems actually, guys. Like for example, there is a stock market is there. So let us say that there is a stock broker is going to be there, a stock investment. So there are nowadays a lot of AI systems are coming there actually, guys. What are these AI systems means? They will tell you the recommendations. So whenever you are planning to buy a stock of a particular company, so whether you are going to be at risk or whether you are going to be at a profit, so the AI machine is going to tell you because it studied the data. So last 5 years, how this particular company's stock price has been there, how the behavior of that, whether it increase or whether it is decreasing. So whether to recommendation, compare with the other companies. So whether compare with the past companies, the past experience. So what is going to be the stocks prices, which company stocks are recommended and which company stocks are going to be not recommended actually. So they are nothing but what we are going to call it as an AI systems actually. Yes. What they will do is they will study the past. They will understand the past, what has been happened, in which situations it was successful, in which situations it was failed. Based on that, the machines are going to decide in the future on which type of stock prices we have to do. So I want to buy a house. So in which location it is my best suitable, the machine will recommend. Depending on my age, depending on my salary, depending on my role, what is my job, something like that. So depending on my profile, so which location is going to be the best recommendations? Which location is going to be the best recommendation actually, guys? Or depending on the kind of health conditions. So depending on the kind of a health conditions actually, guys. So what kind of a recommendation exercises? What kind of a recommendation exercises? So how they will be done actually, guys? Nobody has been hard coded the data.
Nobody has been hard coded the data. So from the past experience, in the past, what has been happened? So depending on that, they are going to study about that. Depending on that, there are going to be study about that. Even it is going to be whether the movie is going to be hit or a flop. So depending on the director, how much budget it was there. So it which genre it is going to belongs to. Okay, so how many actors are going to be there? So what is going to be the ratings of the actors? What is the length of the movie? So depending on that, whether the movie will be flop or whether the movie will be, which is going to be nothing but success actually. So deciding all these are going to be done by the machines actually, guys. So it studied the past films data, the movies data. It has been studied. So if these are the characteristics, if this is going to be the genre, or if this is going to be the budget, or if this is going to be the number of actors, lead actors are there. So it is going to be, so depending on that, whether the movie is going to be whether it is a fail or whether it is a flop. So winning of matches, even in elections also, guys, which candidates are going to win, which candidates are going to win, or who is going to be lost. So depending on it is going to be the depending on the data actually. Like the depending on how many male voters are there, how many female voters are there, how many has been, what are the annual incomes are there. So what are going to be the caste, what is the majority of the caste, what is the minority caste that are available. So depending on various factors. So whether this particular candidate will win or whether he is going to lose. So all these are nowadays is doing with the help of computers, with the help of our machines actually, guys. So that's why we are going to call this technique is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as a machine learning actually, guys. Machines started learning from the data actually, guys. Machines started learning from the data. So machines are studying the past, and based on that, it is going to be doing the features, which is what an AI system will be done. Machine learning is going to be one part of AI only, guys. Machine learning is not different. AI is going to be, AI contains machine learning contains deep learning actually, guys. Even the same thing also we can call it as deep learning. Deep learning is also part of a machine learning. But deep learning is going to be something different from the machine learning actually, guys. But it is going to be one subset of the machine learning concepts only. So all these collectively, that means all these techniques, whatever I'm talking about, that data collection, data analytics, data visualizations. Okay. So how to study the data with the help of ML or with the help of DL. All these are the different techniques finally to get the insight from the data, guys. Our main target is to understand the data, get some insight from the data, and based on that particular insights, we are going to be doing some kind of a predictions actually, guys. We can do some kind of a predictions based on the insights of the data. How that insights of the data will come? By understanding the past data. Who is going to understand the data? The machines are going to understand the data actually, guys. So this is going to be what exactly we are data science is going to be. So what are the various skills that are going to be required? As I told you, where the skills are going to be required actually, guys. Collect your data, do some analytics, visualize the data, make the machine to learn the data, make the machine to understand the data. In machine learning, deep learning, AI, in all of them application, guys, machines will learn. But the way, why there are three different options? Because the way of learning is going to be slightly different actually. The methodologies they will use is going to be slightly different actually, guys. Right now, you can't understand what is the difference between machine learning, deep learning, and AI. But all these are the part of your data science course actually, guys. So why we are learning, what we are going to be learning in the data science course actually, guys, the various skills to handle the data, what kind of a data handlings we are doing to make our data to be learned or to be used by the machines to understand the data. Machines are understanding the data actually, guys. That means more and more accurately they can learn, and more faster they can learn actually, guys. Compared with the humans, machines are very faster. Machines learn very faster compared with the users, with the manual doing that, and more accurately also. They are going to be doing more accurately than the humans are going to do. That's why humans has been got replaced by the machines. So machines are understanding the data from the past, and based on the past data, it is going to do some predictions. You can talk about a very best examples actually, guys. Like examples, like coming to the past customers data. We are having the past customers data in a bank. So the bank customers understands the data, and in future you can predict who could be the defaulters, who could be the non-defaulters. So in a bank, guys, whenever we apply a loan in a bank, whether to give the loan, whether not to give the loan, is decided by the machines. So the bank person enters what is the age, what is the salary, etc. So it will study the data. Based on that, it is going to immediately says that. So chances is that he becomes a defaulter, so don't give the loan. So loan is not, don't approve the loan for this particular person. Approve the loan for this particular person. How it is decided? Based on the past customers' data. So if you understand the past case, based on that, we are going to, you can predict what could happen in the future. Even in our real life also, guys. Even in a real life, for example, you are traveling from a distance. So this is your home and this is your house. Sorry, this is your office. I can have multiple routes are there. I can travel in multiple routes. So which route is going to be the best? How do you decide it actually, guys? Over your experience. On one day, you've taken a route 1. So different conditions. Take the route 2, a different condition. Route 3, a different condition. After traveling in multiple routes, we're going to get a conclusion actually. This route is going to be better. If I start at 9 a.m., this route is going to be better. If I start at 10 a.m., this route is going to be better. So we are going to decide in our daily life, whenever we want to travel on the road, depending on the time conditions, depending on the traffic conditions, how do you change the routes actually? Same as it is, machines also do the same thing. Tell me what has been happened in the past. Based on that, I'll understand them and I'm going to predict what could happen in the future actually, guys. That is what exactly we are going to be doing as of this particular your data science course. For that, we are going to learn some different skills. Machines will learn by using some technique, what we are going to call it as machine learning, deep learning, AI. I'm not discussing about them, guys. Right now, I'm not discussing anything about them because I told you it's a technical aspect. Later, we are going to work with them actually, guys. But what are the skills that are required? You have to do the data collection, do some data analytics, do some data visualization. Not only them, guys. How effectively the model is, the machine has been learned, evaluation. If it is possible to improve the performance, how to improve the performance. Sometimes the data is going to be some dirty data will come, data cleansing. All these are going to be the different techniques which we are going to learn actually. So data science is all about learning about various methodologies, some skills, some techniques, some using a different type of systems. Main target is to get the insights from the data. Getting the insight from the data is our main target actually. Now, what do you do with that insights? Insights are nothing but the knowledge. Using this knowledge, what could happen in the future, that we can do the prediction actually, guys. And another example, you can say this, guys. You are going to get the emails. You are going to get the emails. Some emails will go to the spam folder. Some emails will come into the inbox. So how the machine will decide, guys, what are spam and what are going to be ham messages? It is going to be depending on the past, whatever the messages are there. So what are your past emails? Whenever we mark a email, so in our emails, we have an option is there. For example, actually, guys, if I open my email, for example, this is going to be a spam message. It's going to be spam actually, guys. So I have an option here. I'm having some option here actually, guys. You can say something called as an, I can say, which is going to be nothing but the report is going to be spam. For example, actually, guys, just an example. This is a mail which I have got from Durga. Actually, from the Zoom, I have got it actually, guys. durgasoftzoom@gmail.com. If, for example, in that case, if I just make this as an which is going to be report as a spam actually, guys. Once if you report as a spam, next time, whenever I get any mail from them, whenever I get the mail from the Durgasoft Zoom, it will goes into the spam folder actually. So depending on my instruction only, it is going to work actually, guys. Let me remove the spam actually, guys. Let me remove the spam here. Otherwise, next time it will goes into the spam actually, guys. Now I can have an option is there. Report not as a spam. It will go to the inbox actually. So next time, whenever the next mail comes from the Durgasoft, it will be sent to this one actually. Like what are the words are there? It will identify the words actually, guys. Like registering, free workshop, something like this, which is going to be whenever these words, it will consider these particular words, and based on the words, it will identify them. Whether it is going to be a spam message or whether it is going to be non-spam messages. It's a machine learning model actually. Yes. It is a machine learning model actually. We'll give the training to the machine. These are the spam messages. These are the ham messages. Based on that, the machine is going to detect whether it is a spam or whether it is a ham messages. Okay. So this is just an introductory part of our machine learning, guys. It is just to get some idea about a workshop. basically to get some idea about what we are going to learn in the data science course. Various skills we are going to learn actually, guys. To apply these skills, we are going to use a language called as a Python or R language. So here the language, its importance not for the Python, importance is not for the R. It is completely the importance of the concepts what we are learning. What are the techniques we are learning, or what are the skills we are going to be learning actually, guys. So that is what exactly this particular data sciences course is about, guys. Okay. And already I told you, if anybody has been joined lately, guys. So from Durgasoft, we are going to be conducting a new batch. We have started a new batch actually, guys, which is from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Daily, it is going to be 1.5 hour class will be there, guys. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. is going to be your class timing actually, guys. So we already started just a 5 days back. It's just a 5 days back actually, guys. So Monday to Friday, Saturday, the class was not happened. Only for 5 days only, the last week has been happened. Just an introductory part of whatever today discussed only, guys. Same thing, slowly I have been got discussed about them. Still, I have given a little bit more and more use cases and more concepts. I only just introduced them, but I didn't start it with any practical. There is no problem at all, because initially we are going to start our classes with the core concepts of Python actually, guys. So up to some extent, you are going to require the Python. So we have been going to discuss about the start with the Python classes. After Python classes, there are some prerequisites for data science, like NumPy, Pandas, and all these things. And after that, we'll start with the machine learning concepts. So whatever the classes you have been lost, or whatever the classes you have been missed, so those we are going to give it as a backup classes actually. Recorded videos will be given to you. You can just go to the recorded videos, and from there you can get that particular classes. And in the tomorrow's class, you can join. Actually, even if you miss the previous classes also, not worry, because tomorrow I'm going to start with the Python introductory part, guys. Nothing relevant to the previous concepts. Okay. So that is about this particular today's 1 hour workshop actually, guys. So if you have any questions, now I'll take up the questions if anybody is there. So we can just discuss some few questions, any technical questions actually, guys. So I can discuss with you. I can just sort out all your questions, and then we'll end up the session, guys. Anyone, guys, any questions from your side? If you have any questions, guys, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Otherwise, we have a chat panel is there. Using the chat panel also, you can just send the questions actually, guys. Anyone? Nobody? Okay, guys. I think no questions are coming from your side, guys. So let us end up the session, guys. My backend team is going to contact you guys for the further communication. So please respond to their mails or to respond to their calls, and just give the feedback, whatever the feedback you have. Or if you want to interested to take up the class, so what is going to be the next, what is the next step we have to do? So how do you get all the previous classes? You can just discuss with them. And if you have any sort of doubt space, you can discuss with me right now. Okay, yes, I think no questions are coming from the participants. So thank you for attending this workshop actually, guys. So hope you will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. So a new link will come to your email IDs, guys, if anybody is interested to join. Yes, anybody, guys, any questions? Somebody has unmuted. Yeah, guys. Okay, so let's end up the session for today, guys. And hope I'll see you all of you in the tomorrow's class at 6 p.m. So we'll get a meeting link, separate meeting link will come from the tomorrow's class. You can join, and if you have any questions, you can discuss in the meeting, guys. Okay. So thank you all of you guys. And once again, and have a nice day. We'll meet in the tomorrow's class. Thank you all of you guys.